my name is Trent. I've been a juice junkie since my first listen.
Junkie? What is this? Let's see what a bag of dicks looks like. Just a bag of dicks. Yeah.
He was insulted that another team put a white guy on him. I think that's the greatest.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Gentlemen.
Yeah.
Good evening. Oh, Cody's holding up something clear, and I'm already not a fan.
There's nothing in it?
Damn it, sorry.
Oh, okay. I was just worried that you were hitting us with like gin or something.
Oh, no, we're good.
Ice.
Okay.
Sorry, I've done it in the past, but Juice Boys episode 15. We are crawling into today's episode. Joey's got the flu. Chris hasn't slept in a day, and I'm just the third turd. So welcome to our madness.
You were a well-polished turd, though. Credit where credit's due.
Damn
If
right.
I've ever seen a well-polished turd,
Have you seen
that
one?
is it. Yeah, that is it.
It's old McCoy. You're looking at one right now.
Actually, funny story. My baby just had poop on the ground a few hours ago. I think it was. Let's talk about polished turd.
Yeah,
It was just
now you
in
gotta
her
fuck
butt.
him.
She was going to take a bath, and she was crawling around, and then I turned around, and there's poop. And then it was like
What?
Always Sunny in Philadelphia of
Who pooped the bed?
who pooped the bed. It
Yeah.
was-
Way to go, little juice-lit McCoy.
yeah. So, but anyway, welcome everyone. Three brothers-in-law dumb enough to start a podcast. Too stupid to stop. We're bound by the 3 B's: betting, bullshit, and booze. Yes.
How do you?
Don't sound so excited about it.
How do you
Jesus.
forget?
You were
It's been
reading
a
that like somebody had a gun to your head.
It's been a few weeks, guys. Jeez.
It
But-
has.
We're in it. We have a sports docket. We got a big potato, which is our big topic of the day. We have a reader squeeze or two. We got a picks, and stay tuned to the end of the show. We might have a new segment called Wheel of Degeneracy. Mr. Pulp himself will take us into. But before we even jump into the docket, guys, I have to ask some relationship advice.
Oh Jesus!
Oh.
So Halloween just happened. We buy the 6-ton bag of Costco candy,
Okay.
knowing that no one's coming to our door because we live in like a private drive that no one's gonna come.
Ooh,
Yeah, I was
very
gonna say-
private. Very
Yes.
private, the McCoy family.
Yeah, so
Like
we
at the
bought.
end of a cul-de-sac road.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like you got to kind of work to get to our house. So, but
With
we
a
still
large
bought.
no solicitor
You have to, like-
sign and
Yes.
private property.
Yeah, you
get
have to
off.
know that the street is even there to know
Yes.
to go down the street to then
Yes.
saunter on into the darkness that is where McCoy has hidden his little.
So anyway, no kids are coming. We still buy the $20 6-ton bag of candy. Well, I may or may not be shoving this candy in my face at a high volume since we bought it.
Oh,
But my wife is on my ass about eating too much. But I think it's her fault because she wanted to buy the candy.
She
So
doesn't
why
want
is
you
this
to
my
lose-
fault?
She doesn't want you to lose your
Oh.
figure, bro. You know, she expects you to maintain what I guess you currently have.
Going into the holidays? Come on.
I mean, she paid a lot of money for a trophy husband.
I was cheap. I was
She
cheap.
wants that third turd very well polished and polished often.
So you're taking her side. So I need to stop eating. Every time I'm crossing this thing of
No,
candy.
I'm just setting expectations and saying that it's not unreasonable for her to want that trophy to still fit up on her shelf, you know?
Well,
I
what
need
are
you guys
her
to pick
reasons-
sides.
What are her reasonings for you to not eat the candy?
That I'm just eating too much of it too quickly.
According to who?
Her. But she bought the bag. She wanted to
Okay,
get the
but-
bag,
okay, but-
knowing
okay,
we were going to get no one at the house.
Yeah, but, okay, but you're eating too much too fit. So, but what's going to happen? What is she saying? Like, don't do that, or, I mean, like, if I get told you something like, "Hey, Joey, don't drink too much, or you're going to be a drunk asshole." All right, hey, Joey, don't eat too much of that Mexican food because you won't get off the toilet. So what is what?
Hey, one
is,
more
like-
wing might tear a hole in
Yeah,
your
Joey,
stomach.
stop eating chicken wings. No. Okay, so what is the what? Why? Why
Okay, so you're
stop
on my side. That's what I'm saying. She
So
bought the
why
candy.
stop eating candy?
I mean,
I'm getting into winter form. So, and then this is a test if my wife listens to the podcast because I'll hear about it.
yeah,
or I won't hear about
as
it.
I want to play the devil's advocate here. At the end of the day, like, she married a guy who survived off of French fries for like the first 6-7 years of your relationship.
That's
like,
so true.
She knew that she was adopting a child while also marrying somebody at the
Yes.
same time.
Okay.
But don't you like sushi?
I love sushi. Oh,
She's not the
incredible.
weirdest thing. He only
French
ate
fries
French
and
fries, but then
sushi.
he's like,
Classic
oh, I'm down
1-2
for
combo.
sushi.
Guys,
What?
I've gotten a lot better.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying. But when you liked sushi when you were in like your chicken nugget and
I don't
French
like
fry
chicken
phase.
nuggets. Chicken nuggets are disgusting.
Well, then whatever it was,
that-
your French fry phase.
That
And
and
but
bacon
then I ate
marmalade
sushi
burger.
with
I
you.
know McCoy's always in for a bacon marmalade burger.
Oh, dear
Who
Lord.
isn't?
Yes.
Who isn't?
All right. So the Juice Boys are taking my side. I wonder if that's a shocker to her.
No, I'm just saying. But just there has to be a reason other than she doesn't want you to get fat. And then if you're just like, hey, I'm a man. All right.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah,
That's all I
that'll-
have to say.
that'll
Just
go
say, hey,
great.
I'm a man. If I want to get fat and eat candy, then I'm gonna get fat and eat candy. Yeah.
I'll report back. And if anyone else needs relationship help, you can DM us or shoot us an email.
Absolutely.
We
that
can always
only
help.
end well. Yeah.
Oh, of course. We'll help out. What's our email, Joe?
JuiceBoyShow@gmail.com. Once again,
What are we drinking, fellas? Oh, okay, we go.
JuiceBoyShow.
Oh, no.
Sultry.
Oh, jeez.
gmail.com.
Joey, what are we drinking?
Well, first of all, you have to ask me how I'm doing.
Joe,
Oh,
how are you, fella?
how is
Okay,
Joey?
well, I'm a little bit melancholy, you guys.
Oh, no.
But at the same time, optimistic. I'm melancholy because I'm sick. I'm sick because we played a game out in the snow and got handily beat, ending our undefeated season, and that's hence why I still have a beard. But however, we did make the playoffs. So,
Hey.
so congratulations,
Go
Black
Huskies.
Canyon. Didn't win
Hell
the
yeah, go
championship,
Huskies.
but 8-1 regular season, outstanding, one of the best ones we've ever had. And we are going to, unfortunately, because the seeding in Colorado is ridiculous. We're the 15 seed, even with an 8-1 record, and we are going up to the powerhouse of Holyoke, up almost in Nebraska way.
Oh, jeez.
And
Good for you.
yeah, and
Good
so
for
we're-
you.
So we'll report next week, and we'll see if we can be giant slayers, and see if we can come in and pull this magnificent upset, which we almost did a few years ago, 15-2. Oh, so
Well,
man, it
if
was
a
such bummer.
bus full of students need a podcast to listen to.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Go Huskies. All right, what am I drinking? Because I got sick, I'm doing what my ancestors and my forefathers have put into my blood already, and that is Tullamore Dew Irish
Ooh.
whiskey. Tullamore Dew.
You have forefathers?
It is the Irish flu shot. It's. I don't have a beer chaser today, friends. I'm sorry. I need to just do what's right, do what the doctors said, and just get a little bit drunk on whiskey and zap
Just
this.
fill you full of dew.
Tullamore Dew. It's
Fill you full of dew.
it is triple distilled and ready for my gullet.
Oh, geez. Sister of Citrus. What are you
Spectacular.
drinking?
Sister of Citrus?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sister Citrus. I just love that nickname. I just
Oh, okay.
love so much.
Christian.
Is that me? That's me.
you.
It's
That's
got to
you.
be because yeah, there's only three.
I'm
of
the
us.
third turd. Yeah. You're
Yeah.
Sister Citrus.
So I'm
Sultan.
drinking something different here.
Okay.
I've got Blue Note Juke Joint Whiskey out of Memphis. A buddy of mine
Whoa.
brought this over this weekend.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's Memphis whiskey and
What does that taste like?
deliciousness.
What is the difference between
yeah,
a
it's,
Memphis whiskey?
I mean, it's still a bourbon. So like it's
Okay.
still bourbon, but it's like really mellow, really easy drinking. It's tasty stuff.
Is it more
Hash.
sweet, kind of like Jack? You know, like Jack's the Tennessee whiskey.
Let me
Jack's a little different than bourbon.
Please
let me
hold.
take a
Please hold.
little sip and
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
Tell me.
Get that mic real close.
There we go. Yeah, should I shake the ice in it a little bit?
Get some.
There it
What's it
is.
called? ASMR or whatever. Just like that Buick. No, not Buick. Bentley. Buick.
What a beautiful word.
Fantastic. Yeah, no, I mean it's still bourbon, so it's not like Jack Daniels. Like it's more of just like a straight up bourbon. But yeah, it is pretty light, kind of little sweeter, but yeah, just kind of an easy sipper.
Lovely. I'm bringing us home with Rieger whiskey.
Great, someone's drinking local. Way to go,
Yes.
McCoy.
That's right.
My favorite distillery, but also they just came out with their Christmas label that they do every year that I collect. They just came out with it today, and I could not be more excited to consume it and maybe buy it for you fellas, that I love so much.
We will drink it.
Done. A lot happened last week in the old NFL. Overreactions to Week 8. San Fran drops a third straight, which is huge. Brock Purdy did play. I think we talked about last week he was in concussion protocol. Kansas City finally lost after 3,000 days to the Donkeys. But they also did not look good while losing. They did everything they possibly could to
You know,
lose.
Chris, we missed out on a golden opportunity here to just start dogging on him. And we just,
I mean, should we do all the things that hadn't happened yet the last time Kansas City beat the Broncos? You know, like
dude,
Josh McDaniels was still employed. Caleb Williams was the odds-on favorite to win the Heisman.
That's
The
fair.
House of Republicans didn't even have a leader yet. I mean, basically ancient times.
That is
It was maybe or I guess I should finish what we're saying. Jets hanging on. Rodgers might fucking come back and play
can't
football
believe
this year.
He's
Seriously.
a freak.
They're just holding on for dear life. The trade deadline happened. The Bengals and Bills play this week. The the Eagles and Cowboys play this week. There's a lot of big games. Overreactions from Week 8. Dolphins, Chiefs in Germany. The first Germany
In
game.
Germany.
Week 8 going into Week 9. Just overall thoughts. I thought I'd just leave it a little more open for you guys.
Joey, take it away. I want to hear what you think.
Overall thoughts is I am very, very concerned about the 49ers. They were the absolute powerhouse. My pick to make the Super Bowl, I picked them to
Might as well.
I picked them to lose the Super Bowl to the Bengals, actually, or the preseason pick. And that's when I had Joe Burrow as my MVP. Joe Burrow looked really good this last week, though. So we'll see what happens with that. 3 consecutive losses for any team is alarming, but especially when you were 5-0 when those or what isn't that right? They were 5-0 when those losses started.
Yeah.
You know, that's bad. Now, Brock Purdy, if he wasn't concussed, you know, then what was the issue and what has been the issue? Christian McCaffrey is just set, or did he set the record or tie the record for the most consecutive weeks for the touchdown? It's 17. I mean, that is absolutely insane. So it's obviously not his problem. Deebo Samuel has proven to be a really, really big deal for that offense. You know, he's been out. George Kittle is seemingly like either the most dominant player on the field or completely non-existent.
Just vanished.
I don't understand. Now, they just pulled off one of the most ridiculous trades I've seen in a long time. We'll see if this pays off for them. I think it's good for Chase Young to get the hell out of Washington, even though, you know, it's like, yeah, Dan Snyder's gone, thank God, but Washington is still a train wreck right now, and they're proving that. But Chase Young going to the 49ers for a third-round pick, what?
Yeah, that's a steal. That's a steal and a half.
What? Is this pulling a John Lynch is pulling a Rams here, and
He's working on his
just
infinity gauntlet.
trading all of his draft picks and just like, I need players. I need commodities now. Now think about Nick Bosa and Chase Young coming off the edges. Holy hell. I know, you know, that was the actual duo in college, which is amazing.
Yeah.
But that's just that's going to be incredible. So we'll see if they can turn it around. But that's my big Week 8 takeaway. Besides the Broncos beating the Chiefs, I want to say so much about that, but at the same time,
Broncos said it for you.
yeah, Broncos said it for me. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah, definitively. Yeah, I mean, honestly, how much were the Chiefs just exposed of like force Patrick Mahomes to get it in the hands of all these unreliable wide receivers and just lock down Travis Kelce, and you give yourself a real legitimate shot. Like, I was shocked when the Chiefs didn't go out and make some sort of big trade for a wide receiver 1 option.
Seriously.
Some sort of deep ball threat, some sort of consistent threat. I think, you know, obviously I'm excited. Broncos win 2 in a row. That's awesome. You know, I'm not gonna light the world on fire about that, but you know, great to end that streak. Great to start developing some swagger going into the second half of the season. But I mean, Cody, I'd be curious to hear from you, your opinion, because I feel like the Chiefs got exposed a little bit there as far as kind of here's a way to fluster them in just a way that they can't respond.
All right, I'm going to give the Donkeys a little credit. Because if you watch the first Bronco-Chiefs game, obviously they figured something out in the second half of that game.
Mhm.
The offense couldn't actually pick it up, but something they had figured out, and they brought that to the second game.
Well, just stop Kelsey, stop the Chiefs.
I mean, Kelsey still had like 60 yards and a handful, so it's like.
Oh, but 60 yards is not. That's not
But
dominant.
for any tight end in the league, it's like that's.
Yeah, we're not
a
talking
good
about
game.
any tight end in the league. We're talking about the role that he's played in the success that KC has enjoyed, and 60
Right.
yards would be middling at best for him.
Dude, people are not talking about quarterbacks as MVPs this year because no quarterback is really lighting the world on fire. Everyone's talking about like Travis Kelsey is getting like legitimate push for the MVP. Tyreek Hill is getting legitimate push for MVP
should.
right now. It's because, but think about. I think Travis Kelsey should get legitimate like push for this. Like, think about. I'm not just saying that because it would just make all the Swifties happy because I don't think they'll still be together by the end of the season. I think it's because
Is that your over under? Is the season?
well, that didn't work for Jonathan Taylor. He's back and playing, but I
forgot about that.
I keep forgetting to call you out that you.
yeah, no,
You
that
did say
was a really good. That was a really good.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
It's pulpy.
Travis Kelsey.
Yes.
Good.
Here's my thoughts. The Chiefs did absolutely everything they possibly could do to lose a football game, and it was baffling. Like, I was laughing by the end of the game. Rashid Rice has a ball in his hands that if he had Rook, but he's our best receiver right now. A ball in his hands, he put his eyes up too quick. He would have had a touchdown. MVS fumbles just because he's lazy and doesn't realize someone's about to hit him. Sky Moore literally lets a touchdown in the fourth quarter go through his hands. We're going to Germany this next week. Pat's sick, like a million excuses. So, like, am I worried? Yes, but not as worried as I was. I was in a dark place Sunday because it looked bad. But, like, all the things, we seem so half interested to be there that you have to assume we'll figure it out. And they have
what
one.
It looked like.
No, it is.
100% what it looked like. They just. I know Mahomes was sick, and I think that's just it because you don't have his fire and you don't have him running out there and just getting everybody pumped up. But the entire team just looked like
I was going to say
sick,
that ignores
just
the
like,
other.
fuck it,
Yeah,
I'm
that
not, I'm
ignores
like,
D and special teams that also didn't show up and didn't.
No, that's what I'm saying. McCole Hardman can't catch a punt. Like, it was just so half interested, half clocked in. I think Pat was sicker than they let on until after the fact. They cut to Chris Jones, like, on a knee on the field. He looked half asleep. Like, it was just, it was all coaching. The Broncos did what they needed to do to win, but the Chiefs also did everything they possibly could to lose. So I'm nervous they're going to end up 6-3 because they play Miami and they play the Eagles after the bye. So if they don't figure it out, this is the point in the schedule they're going to get exploded.
hey, with how the AFC West is looking right now, they'll be totally fine at 6-3.
But the Broncos figured something out. Russ, it's pretty much
The Broncos might have figured something out here, dude.
run it 3 times, pass it once, and then Russ don't fuck it up is pretty much the name of the game. Like,
That's it, dude.
no, that's what it is.
That's it.
That was it.
Chris, what were you saying the other day when you were over at my house? Just like
Run at the middle, check it down. Run
Yeah.
at the middle, check
Just
it down.
don't mess it up. That's all. I mean,
The
people
ball
are frustrated
Chunk,
because
chunk. That's it.
yeah,
that's it.
people are frustrated because Russ is getting paid to do more than that. But in reality, if that's your formula to win, that's going to be it. So I saw it coming. I talked to multiple people about it. I think the 49ers should be worried that Brock Purdy's not going to win you a game. And we've talked about that on this very episode, on this very show. So
And that's why we were saying even how good he was.
You all
playing.
thought I was
like,
talking shit.
I was like, maybe
Mr. Relevant.
Christian McCaffrey, but Kirk Cousins though, that's a big loss too.
oh,
Kirk
yeah,
Cousins,
that's a heartbreaker.
let's hold that for squeeze because we may have something about that.
Oh no.
Chris.
Squeeze Kirk.
Yes, Chris, I think you had a beat on this one. Michigan paused the hardball extension initially, and now they're moving to expedite it. Big cheating scandal that we talked about last week. What do you know, reporter Chris?
It's interesting because obviously this is just rumor mill swirling, but this is all coming from like legitimate news sources. And so I don't know how staunch their sources are within Michigan. The report came out, what was that? I think Sunday, Monday, something like that.
Yeah.
Saying that Michigan had paused their contract extension discussion with Harbaugh. They were going to wait and kind of see what this ongoing investigation winds up doing before they revisit that and blah, 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 blah.
So they have to revisit
Harbaugh.
the lifetime contract that they were going to
Yeah.
offer him. Yeah,
Yeah.
Let's rethink
It
that.
may not work.
Let's rethink
Yeah,
that.
well,
a
and then
year into it. Yeah.
and then of course Michigan circles the wagons once that gets released, and then it leaks the next day. No, that's not the case. Like, we just kind of cooled down for just a moment to let the facts come out. But we are trying to expedite the process in getting his contract extension, which, reading the tea leaves, is an opportunity to try and get him to not leave for the NFL, but also drop in some more clear verbiage on if your conduct or the conduct of your coaching staff winds up creating NCAA violations that impact or harm this school, then with cause, adios, no money for you. And so it's all rumor mill. It's all, this is just the flavor of the week kind of swirling around. I think that this is still as big of a story as it has been. It'll be interesting to see if somehow Harbaugh manages to keep himself unscathed, or if he jumps ship before the fire reaches his door, a la Urban Meyer every single time he's left a job outside of Jacksonville.
Pete Carroll.
I'm having
Meyer.
heart conditions.
Mm-hmm.
Heart conditions. I need to retire. 1 year later, my heart's better. I just need to step away for a little bit. It's angina. It's my angina.
All right, and to finish up, boys, Colorado dropped another L. Are they even going to make a bowl? We gotta touch on this real quick. Coach Prime, he's calling his O-line out that he's going to go get some other guys.
Yeah, his O-line that he relies on to keep his son alive. He's going, yeah, you guys are shit. I'm replacing you this offseason.
Yeah, how's that going to motivate them to play well the rest of
Exactly. Yeah, like I get it. He's not wrong. They're shit, but and also, how much do you get an opportunity as a coach to just keep blaming your players week in, week out for your failings as a coach,
dude,
and still expect the line out the door of people wanting to come play for you?
I don't know what you're talking about, bro. It's the offensive line's fault they let up 46 points to Stanford. All right, I got Deon on this. That's the offensive line's fault against the team that hasn't scored 40 since Andrew Luck. I mean, it's just like, you've got to be kidding me.
It was a hell of a stat.
Yeah. So check this. So this weekend, they host Oregon State. Next weekend they host Arizona. Then they're at Washington State. Then at Utah. They've got to pull 2 games out of that remaining schedule. Arizona, sure, maybe, probably. I mean, that's their best opportunity. But then after that, Oregon State, Washington State, Utah. Who do they go and knock out that they will be on paper underdogs to? I don't see it.
Dude, you know what their over-under was for the season? 3.5.
Still, Vegas wins.
They're sitting at 4-4 right now, dude. They're sitting at 4-4, and so they could finish this season 4-8. They really can. And I don't. Yeah. I know. I think they'll lose this week to Oregon State. They'll beat Arizona, and then they'll lose the last 2. They'll finish 5-7.
That'll do for the sports talk, I
If
guess.
they decide to show up, they might beat Oregon State, but I doubt it. They're good. The whatever the hell that guy's called.
That guy, that
guy. Spell that for me.
Ukulele.
Ugalele. He's pretty good.
And my favorite is Coach Prime coming out this week saying, well, I don't care about going to a bowl game. It's like,
oh, I'm sure you do.
Really, the guy who never misses any opportunity he possibly can to be on TV and in the spotlight, it doesn't care about going to a bowl game. Like, he's just so full of shit that I think folks are tired of it after, they were a national darling to start this season. I don't know.
Hey, thank you for that, though. I got to go to game day. So thank you for being a national.
Yeah, I remember people talking about like,
experience.
are they dark horse CFP contender? Travis Hunter, Shadur Sanders, like, are they in the running for Heisman? Like, people were ready to back that team and call them the resurgence of what TCU accomplished the previous year, and now here we are, where they're legit staring down the barrel of a losing season again. Obviously, it's better than last season. How comparable is that when you go in nix your entire roster and bring in a whole new roster. Like, who cares what previous iterations of Colorado have done? It's irrelevant because there's 4 people that were still in lining up for Colorado.
That'll do it for the sports talk. Music break. Music break. Guys, we're moving along. Squeeze of the week. The 3 morons don't have anything this week, but just let everyone know, Squeeze of the week is our most outlandish takes. We do have a reader submit. A reader. No one reads. Who reads?
Whoa.
A listener submitted by
There we go.
There
We
it is.
found it eventually.
Yes. This is from Nathan. I know Nathan, good pal from back in the day, baseball teammate of mine. He, unfortunately, this is a little mistimed. 5 days ago, after last week's episode, he says, Juice Boys, I don't know how outlandish this take might be, but I think the Vikings will win the AFC North this year. Lions are falling apart. The Vikings are clicking at the right time. The Packers and Bears are both train wrecks. The 2 Lions versus Vikings matchups in December will decide the divisions. The division, the Vikings take them both. Thoughts? Thanks, Nathan from Colorado.
Oh, Nathan,
I'm
I
so
loved that
sorry.
5 days ago.
Hey,
I loved
you know
that
what?
5 days ago, but
Nathan is a big Josh Dobbs fan, and I
That's right.
respect him for it. Josh Dobbs is there now to bail them out, and I can't wait.
dude, Arizona
Dobbs.
traded him. They were like, he's trying too hard. We have to get rid of him. And Josh Dobbs is trying too hard. We can't win games. What are we doing? But what is Arizona going to do when Kyler gets back?
When Murray winds up getting injured again, no doubtably, like I have no idea. Like, they're going to continue the tank is what they're going to do.
So Nathan, I like the Vikings. I do. I'm a big Kirk Cousins guy. Watching Quarterback on Netflix. Come on, Netflix. Listen to this and give us yeah.
You whore.
Yeah. Let's go Netflix. But that was a great show. And
We're cheap.
watching Kirk Cousins, I became a huge Kirk Cousins fan from watching Quarterback. He's a good, real dude, good guy. He went to a Twins playoff game and no one even knew he was there. No one gave a shit or didn't talk to him, whatever. I don't know, but either that or Minnesota people are that cool. But I'm disappointed that happened to him, and I think that they were onto something. They were rolling, and when Jefferson came back, they were going to be on fire because this kid Addison is amazing.
Yeah.
He is awesome. He's fun to watch. Hawkinson is starting to live up to that massive contract that they gave him. I think Josh Dobbs is going to go in there and play his ass off. They have weapons. We'll see what happens.
Are you taking it? You're sifting through and agreeing?
Of course, I'm not agreeing because the Lions are awesome, and so it's just that's not gonna happen. But the Lions are not. The Lions were fading off, then they just beat the Raiders. So it's there you
Beat
go.
the hell out of the Raiders.
The Vikings have also the 6th hardest schedule, and Josh Dobbs is their quarterback. So
I like Josh Dobbs. I do.
Yeah,
like
I
him.
think rewind to, if we were discussing this
5
take
days ago,
on Saturday. Yeah, if we were talking about this on Saturday,
I liked it.
I'd have been inclined to agree. I can't say for sure. I think I would have said that I expect the Lions to bounce back against the Raiders. That was actually part of my take last week. And so I think it would have more so been, it'll be great to watch the Lions and the Vikings kind of battle it out, because I do believe that, Lions were starting to get their stuff figured out. They were starting to click. And then you start adding back in Jefferson, and they really had a great looking top end, but it just, lost its steam. And so now Josh Dobbs, hooray.
Hooray.
Thanks, Nathan, for sending that in. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Long time no chat, but that's really cool that our podcast able to connect stuff like that. So thanks for sending that in. If people want to send in their squeezes, Joe, how do they do so?
Well, just like our friend listener Nathan, our new friend listener. Nathan,
we do need
New to two of us.
Yeah, our 2/3 new friend. Other new friends, you can submit your most outlandish sports take by emailing us at juiceboyshow@gmail.com. For the 4th time this episode, juiceboyshow@gmail.com. Or send us a DM. Cody. Do we need DMs yet?
Ooh.
Yes, Dell actually sent one in, but it was it's for a future potato.
Oh, okay.
My boy Dell.
Take that.
Your boy Dell. So what
My
was
boy Dell. Oh,
our
my boy
potato?
Dell.
Our potato today is actually from a listener. So
Oh my God! So keep this DMs
Thank you,
coming.
listeners.
Yeah, send us more
generous.
DMs on Instagram at Juice Boy Show. And if it has the pulp, because I'll sift it, then we will read it on the show. Chris!
Yeah. Hi.
Chris,
Yes, sir.
who's sponsoring today's show?
Oh, well, today's show is brought to you by the Gruden Grinder and McDaniel's McDouble combo meal, which is being
Excellent.
discontinued at Allegiant Stadium.
oh no.
Oh,
Yeah. After 5 years in countless DIY haircuts, Chef Mark Davis has decided it is time for Raiders fandom to have a fresh new take on their same old shit sandwiches. He promises the next menu special will be his best ever, but you can take advantage of this final opportunity to bask in the deliciousness of the Gruden Grinder and McDaniel's McDouble combo meal for the low price of $40 million over the next 4 years.
Oh, that's it.
That's it. That's all.
Okay, that's all. Okay.
Yeah, so come one and come all to enjoy the Gruden Grinder and McDaniel's McDouble combo meal one last time and check out what Chef Mark Davis has cooking up for you in his dumpster fire next.
Excellent.
It's a hell of a sponsor.
The Raiders are the only team I think that I've ever heard of that are currently paying 3 head coaches.
Jeez.
And they're paying them a shit ton of money. John Gruden is still getting paid $10 million.
His is undisclosed. They settled out of court after the whole
Okay.
debacle. Because I came up with that $40 million because that's the estimate that kept popping up. But there's not hard numbers on how much they owe, the two of them.
Yeah.
Let's quickly hit this week in sports history, shall we? A little
Let's do it,
trivia for you
please.
guys. 1959 is the year. What player scored 5 tutties against the Baltimore Colts at Memorial Stadium in 1959?
Oh my God, I don't even have a guess.
All right. Well, this is around the time of Jim Brown. Might be a little bit before. Might be a little bit before. Nah, I think it is. I think it's like right at the start of his dominance. I think Gale Sayers was after this. I think Gale Sayers was the 60s. Could be Frank Gifford.
I need Chris to have a guess.
Okay, sorry.
Oh,
I need to hear what comes out of your mouth, right?
great. Let's go with my classic response of Frank Gifford. Yeah, obviously that's who first came to mind.
It's your go-to.
I'm going to trust my instinct on this one because that's right where my mind went immediately. Because obviously I know a lot of people who played in the NFL in the 1950s.
Frankie is not it. No. Joey, bring us home. What do you got? Good guess though, Chris. Dang.
Oh, hey, thanks. I really crushed that.
You know what? Let's go with my boy Mike Ditka.
Wasn't he a tight end?
Yeah.
5 tutties for a tight end.
Oh,
Jim Brown, Joe. Go with your
I
gut.
had it. I know, I had it.
Wasn't Jim Brown's rookie year like the most insane of his years, too?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
his dominance was day one.
Damn it, I had it. I thought we were going to try to go something funny with Ditka.
Bears.
Polish sausage.
Sausage. R.I.P. Chris Farley.
Yeah. Just having a heart attack. So what is that? That makes a baker's dozen for me, Bap.
I love that skit so much. Oh, let's jump into the big potato. Now, we haven't explained this in a while. This is our big topic of the day that I pitched as the big tot, like T-O-T, topic of the day, to be creative. And then it somehow
Became a potato. It
became a potato. We all like starch.
I like baked
graduated into a full potato, not just
We
a
love-
little
potatoes.
tater.
My last name's Linehan. I like potatoes.
Yeah, we are pro-starch in this unit of
I'm going
of
to change
people,
my
so-
last name to Linehan because I also like potatoes.
Yes. Oh, boy, do I love them. The big potato of today is... Oh, this is a listener one. I got to get who sent this in. This is a big potato submitted by listener Trent from New Ulm, Minnesota.
My boy?
Trent.
My
Welcome
boy
to the
Trent?
show. Thank you for listening. Thank you for saying this is all you, big guy. I was curious who would be your picks for the most arrogant and egotistical athletes. Also, was their arrogance justified or did it make them a villain in their sport? Oh, I love the participation we're getting on this show, guys. This is so
This
fun.
is a great one,
Thank you,
fan-
Trent.
dude.
What a fantastic one.
A+ for Trent from New Ulm.
Oh, also, he sent more stuff, I should probably say. Hey, my name is Trent. I've been a juice junkie since my first
Juice
listen.
Junkie, what is this?
Oh,
I had Joey as a teacher and football coach in middle school a few years ago.
This
I'm
is
so
my
sorry.
boy Trent. This is my boy.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Trent. His IQ must be just
Trent.
in the
Oh.
shitter.
Oh, dude. Oh, man. I had it in my good years of teaching.
This is before the concussions.
No joke. That really was. Yeah, that really was. Yeah.
He says he was always a blast to be around, referring to Joe. So when I heard he was going to be co-hosting a podcast, I knew this shit was going to be epic. Not to mention Joey's parent, absolutely phenomenal people. Shout out to Big Cat and Annie.
Yeah, Trent just. I love
bringing
Trent
the
already.
house down.
Ah, we're hitting the
Damn.
Minnesota crowd. Trent, tell your friends. I can kick us off.
Please
Kick
do.
us
You
off?
never start.
Kick us off.
You never start.
Well, I'm just going to take the obvious one because it's so insane. Muhammad Ali, folks.
I knew I
Oh.
should have let us off.
I mean, jeez.
Got to be number one,
The
right?
most arrogant. I mean, I would say if you ask any person on the street who the best boxer of all time is, they're going to say Muhammad Ali. But is he actually the greatest boxer of all time? He was defeated.
Definitely.
He was beaten.
Only 5 times in his
That's-
entire career.
There's people that have been undefeated.
Oh, who? Floyd Mayweather?
Yes,
That guy's
and
a
Floyd Mayweather
bitch.
is a
Floyd
bitch.
Mayweather is a bitch, and now he
jeez.
just keeps on taking on these new people that aren't even real fighters, just to pad his stats, and just be better. No, God, no. Muhammad Ali fought in the best generation of heavyweight fighters we've ever seen, and he was fighting Sonny Liston, Joe Frazier, George Foreman, putting on the greatest fights we've ever seen. The biggest, I guess, yeah. He was.
Hold on, but he was.
Joe,
It was all justified. I'm saying there's a debate on the greatest boxer of all, but he is obviously a
He's
figure.
more than you can be as arrogant as you want to be.
Yes.
Or
Here is just some quotes
in
that
an
I pulled.
individual sport.
First
Yes.
round, first minute, Sonny Liston knockout, baby.
Yes.
Come on.
Here's some quotes from old Muhammad Ali. He's too ugly to be a world champ. Love that quote. I'm the king of the world. Now that's arrogant. That's an ego. I'll beat him so bad he'll need a shoehorn to put his hat on. Like he's just. If you even dream about beating me, you better wake up and apologize. Like, come on, I'm so mean I make medicine sick. I represent the truth. I am America. I mean, damn, he just took it.
I
Just
am America.
Crushed it.
And then his number one quote is, "You're that ugly fella." That's just straight to the point.
Oh.
Yeah, so go ahead and beat all that, boys. Muhammad Ali, my first choice.
My number one pick ever. It just changed after Cody's because
Yeah, same.
I was it literally just did. And my number one is going to be Larry Bird. All right.
Ooh, he did talk some trash.
Larry Legend was the most epic and most savage trash talker in the history of the NBA because you know why? You know why?
Why, Joey? Why?
Because he had to be.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. Look
Any
at that
respect.
guy.
Had to be.
Look at that man. There is no way in hell you would ever see this gangly, tall, white dude with the pencil mustache as one of the greatest players in NBA history. Just sidebar real quick. Did you guys see that thing that was posted to Reggie Miller and Dan Patrick's show, and they were asking prime LeBron versus prime Larry, who would you take? And
Did he say Larry?
Reggie took Larry.
Wow.
He said prime Larry's MVP seasons. He said he was better than LeBron, and I'm like, oh man.
I think the
All right.
best Larry Bird story I know is he was insulted that another team put a white guy on him. I think that's the greatest story.
One of my favorite ones was against Reggie Miller, because Reggie Miller is also one of the best trash talkers of all time, especially with the choke against Spike Lee. That was absolutely
And
epic.
groin grab.
When he scored 11, when he scored.
Scored.
He scored 11 points in 8 seconds in the
Definitely scored it.
Garden. So, no, he scored 11 points in 8 seconds and did the choke to Spike. Spike Lee was also outstanding. But when he comes in, he shows up, goes into Bird's face. Reggie was talking trash on him. He comes up to him while he's shooting a free throw, yells at him and says, "Rook, I'm the best effing shooter in the league. In the league, understand? And you're up here trying to effing tell me something." Went and dropped 30 points on him. So it's just Larry Bird was an absolute legend. There was one of the best things I ever heard from my dad growing up was they were tied going in against the Lakers. Running in there, takes over the clipboard from the coach and just says, "Give me the ball. Give me the ball. Give me the ball." The coach says, "Larry, shut the fuck up. All right, here's the play. Get the ball to Larry." They go out there. Larry gets it, shoots it in Magic Johnson's eye. Boom, game over. This guy went in there, got an acceptance letter from Indiana State. Said he didn't want to go because he wanted to stay home. His dad said, "You're crazy." Went back there, showed up at practice, played the entire Indiana State team in cowboy boots and jeans, and dropped 50. All right, this guy, that was Larry Legend. That's what
Plus the
it was.
3-point contest, not even removing his warm-up.
Epic.
Chris, what do you got?
Fantastic.
Beat those two.
I won't beat those two because those are two great picks, but I'm going Chad Ochocinco.
Oh, I dig.
Love Chad Ochocinco. His quote is, "There's 3 things in life that's certain: death, taxes, and 85 will always be open." This is a man who made a career out of his post-touchdown celebrations in a version of the NFL where you were no longer allowed to do NFL celebrations.
He's the reason. He's probably the reason it got.
He was part because he had this just elaborate celebration always. But a couple of his best were, once upon a time, he runs back to his own sideline and throws on a pre-made light brown jacket with Hall of Fame written in Sharpie on the back of it, or future Hall of Fame written on the back of it.
Jesus.
Another time,
I forgot about that.
Another time he went and pulled out a sign that said, "NFL, please don't fine me again." The NFL was nice enough to fine him $10,000 for that one. One time he ran over to a cheerleader on the sideline and proposed, and then wrote "I got you, baby" on the whiteboard once he got back to his own sideline. So Chad Ochocinco, I mean, just a man who football was just a means of getting himself attention. Like, plain and simple, that's all he ever wanted was just the attention on him. And was it deserved? Like,
He changed his name to Ocho Cinco. That's insane. He changed his name legally to put it on the back of his uniform. It's fucking hilarious.
God,
It's
we're hitting on all
amazing.
cylinders. I love this one, Trent. Thanks for sending this one.
This is a
We might
great
have to do a part 2 of this. John, I'm excited to see what you think of this one. I'm going to go Satchel Paige for number 2.
Oh, yes. Yeah, baby.
There's a few things going on here. One, he was born estimated July 7, 1906. We cannot confirm that information.
This guy was such a badass, man. He's son of a slave. I mean, he's such a badass.
I encourage everyone to go research Satchel Paige. He's pretty much Bob Gibson before Bob Gibson. He spent most of his time in the Negro Leagues, and he had like an all-star team that he would travel around, kind of like the Harlem Globetrotters of the time.
Exactly.
He would pitch the entire game. Some info.
Dominate major leaguers. He was said to strike out. He was said to strike out Babe Ruth on 3 pitches.
Yeah, and he probably told him.
The guy was an absolute, yeah.
Yeah. So in 3 years with his Pittsburgh team, Pittsburgh Crawfords, he was paid $200 a month. He posted 105 wins, 37 losses. That's an average of 35 and 12 per year as a pitcher, which is insane. He has a quote saying, "One day I pitched a no-hitter for the Crawfords against the Homestead Grays. I remember every time I got someone out, firecracker went off. Those firecrackers were popping when I was leaving the park. I hopped in my car, drove to Chicago. I got there in time to beat Ted Trent and the Chicago Giants 1-0 in 12 innings in the same day."
Oh, my God.
He also, there's plenty of stories of him telling you exactly what he was going to pitch to the batter. I think the story I've sent to Joe and Chris was rookie Willie Mays had to pitch against Satchel Paige, and Satchel Paige told him every time that he told him he was going to throw 3 fastballs at him and he was going to swing and miss at all 3, and Willie Mays swung and missed at all 3. And then the last part of it is, how cocky do you have to be? He retired. His rookie year in the MLB was at age 42. That was his rookie year.
Oh yeah,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Everyone needs to look him up because he was just before his time. He retired at age 47. In 1965, at age 59, the dude came back and threw 3 shutout innings. I mean, come on. Like, what are we? Like, what kind of ego do you have to think? Like, talk to your wife. Like, do you think I can go out there and throw an inning? And then he throws 3. Come on.
that's dude.
Satchel
all right.
Paige. Look him up.
Satchel Paige. That's. I love that pick for so many reasons, and I have become a huge Negro League historian in the past few years because they're actually paying attention to it and actually going back and doing the research and compositing data, and you're finding out that players like Satchel Paige and Josh Gibson might be the best players we've ever seen, and might put players like Ruth and Gehrig and Whitey Ford and Walter Johnson like to shame. Dude, like, these guys were outstanding. Some people say that Josh Gibson might have hit 800 home runs. I mean, it's just like, what?
Joe DiMaggio called Page the best and fastest pitcher he's ever faced, and that was a 42-year-old Satchel Paige. Satchel Paige was the guy telling you what he was going to throw. He threw it, and you still didn't hit it. So,
Dude, Satchel Paige reminds me. Satchel Paige is what made Bob Gibson Bob Gibson. You know, because Bob Gibson grew up hearing the stories of Satchel Paige, and Bob Gibson became Satchel Paige. Do you ever hear the story of Bob Gibson's last at bat? Sorry, the last person he pitched to?
No.
You hear that story? His name was Pete Lecoq. All right, that is not a joke.
That's Mr.
Right?
Lecoq to you.
Yeah, Pete Lecoq. All right, and so
Not to be confused with Pat Lecoq.
Bob Gibson ended his career.
That's his father.
Bob Gibson ended his career giving up a grand slam to Pete Lecoq. All right. Yeah. Years later.
Yes, I heard
They
this.
were in an old timers game. Bob Gibson's on the mound. Pete Lecoq comes up. That's what he does. Tell him,
Beams
Cody.
him, right? Doesn't he beam the shit out of him?
Beams him. Just freaking beams him. Just right then. And then he just said, I've been waiting years to do that. As Lecoq was going down to first base.
Oh, Lordy. Great pick. I love this one. Joe, who's number 2?
My number 2 is one of my most hated players in NFL history, but also inarguably one of the greatest players in NFL history, and it's the one and only Terrell Owens. I've freaking hated Terrell Owens because all he did was trash talk, but all he did was score freaking touchdowns, right? And I remember just when he was a 49er and going out there and dancing on the star, not once, but twice. And then after the first time, Emmett runs out there after Emmett scores and he goes down and puts down the football. Then T.O. scores again because that's what he was talking about. A dude who backed it up. He backed it up. He scored twice in that game, goes to run out there, and then their safety, I can't remember his name. He played for them forever, just runs out there and blows him up on the star. All right, this is the guy that
Get your popcorn ready.
Get your popcorn ready. I was just gonna say that, this guy, when he was a free agent, was out doing workouts in his
driveway, right?
Driveway, just trying to get the attention of everybody, saying, I'll play for anyone, I'll do it. Yeah, and he would, and he did. And this is a guy that after talking trash, the dude had 20 catches, okay, and 283 yards in one game, okay?
Jeez.
And guess what that game was?
Wow.
Jerry Rice's last game as a 49er.
Ooh.
Guess what I'm going to do? Put up 20 catches, 283 yards in your face.
Yeah. Kindly leave.
All right. He shows up. This guy who talked so much trash the entire year when he was a Eagle, broke his leg in the last game of the season. What did he do? Shows up in the Super Bowl, has 9 catches and 115 yards on a broken leg. They lost to the Patriots, but he still had 9 catches and over 100 yards.
Oh, I love it. I gotta go Shannon Sharp for my
Love it.
second pick. And Shannon Sharp, due to the shit talk of one single situation, and I imagine you both probably know which situation. Broncos playing the Chiefs.
Oh, I thought it was be the Pats.
Oh, I do know. I think I know what you're talking about.
And the Chiefs in 1998. And the Chiefs wind up basically giving a nice, easy touchdown drive down the field with 5 unsportsmanlike conducts, 3 of which were committed by none other than Derek Thomas.
Legend. Yeah.
Oh, God. He was awesome.
And the reason that old Derek was having a difficult time being sportsmanlike was because Shannon Sharp, someone he personally knew, someone that they both considered one another, like, not close, but like, you know, acquaintances, buddies, whatever.
Not on the field. Not
on the field, because old Shannon had learned Derek's girlfriend's phone number and made sure that he lined up where Derek could hear him reciting his girlfriend's phone number over and over and over again.
And this is back before you saved it in smartphones. You actually had to remember numbers.
He had to know it. He had to put some work in.
Yeah, he had to go. Like, this was like devious planning to go learn the number, memorize the number, and then wait for just that one moment to just start shouting it out loud and just send him into a tailspin of such an epic proportion that after the game, he had to release an apology, and the owner of the Chiefs released a statement saying that they were going to reevaluate his position on the team and as one of their team's leaders.
I think that's trash. I think that's absolutely incredible.
Shannon Sharp, one of the most prolific shit talkers of all time. Did he back it up? Yeah. Was that over the line? Most definitely. Even Shannon Sharp has come out and been like, yeah. That kind of destroyed our friendship. He kind of never forgave me for that. That was probably
that's a tough one.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. I loved Shannon Sharp when he was on NFL Films, picking up the phone saying, "Mr.
President, yeah,
we got to bring in the National Guard. You got to bring in the Army because we're killing the Patriots." It was just he was awesome.
What a potato!
That was fun.
You
guys talking about that remind me of Larry Legend doing the same thing, just whispering in the guy's ears, saying, "I'm gonna go right, I'm gonna go left, I'm gonna catch this pass, I'm gonna shoot it, and he's gonna drain it." And it's just like, could you imagine having that confidence and just being able
or the Michael Jordan story of counting backwards,
or shooting a free throw blind?
Yeah, but to count backwards from 40, you scored, you're like 38.
Oh, Jesus.
And then he scored again, 36. In your ear. Oh, my gosh. Like, can you? I mean, Michael Jordan is an easy one. We could talk about that all day. But
and then that goes on.
Yeah, that's a whole.
That should be. That's fighting in the Coliseum.
Joey reading shit.
All right, listener. After what might have been our most fun potato ever, our most starchy potato, our most delectable potato.
Ooh.
Remember,
Delectable even.
You can now listen and continue to listen to the show on all major podcast networks, including Spotify, Apple, and now YouTube. Yeah, YouTube. If you're enjoying the show, please consider following and rating the show. Leave us a review if you listen through Apple. And we encourage you to follow or subscribe or watch or tell your 11, 12, 13-year-old nephew like me, what's up, Brian? Watch it on the YouTube channel. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Tell a friend about the podcast. I didn't finish that sentence. You can now follow us on Instagram at Juice Boys Show as well. Cody, back to you, my friend.
That just about does it. Chris, who is sponsoring our picks this week and our new Wheel of Degeneracy.
Degeneracy.
We don't need to get in front of ourselves here.
Thank you. Sorry.
Because today's picks are brought to you by your drunk uncle at the holidays.
That's me.
No, it's me.
That's all
Oh,
of
that's
us,
us.
now. Yep.
Oh, that is all of us.
Hello, dear juicers. It's me, your drunk uncle at the holidays. And I'm so happy to get to see you soon. Now, I'm very disappointed you haven't returned any of my phone calls or hilarious texts since last year's holiday season. But we can put all that behind us now, because I get to be with you in person again. And I'm so excited to tell you that not only have I figured out geopolitics and our national economy,
Jeez.
figured out exactly what you need to do with your life. And I can't wait to forcefully tell you all about it when I inevitably corner you in a room you snuck into for just one single solitary moment of peace. So you had better pour yourself a stiff drink, because I'm going to make sure this is my favorite holiday season yet. Your drunk uncle at the holidays, here to remind you why that cross-country move was so critical each and every holiday season.
Nice.
That one hits home. That's a.
Yes, it does. Yes,
That
it
is
does.
all of us. All right. Well, we are wrapping up with
Congratulations.
picks. Chris, how did we do last week? Who's picking first?
Okay. So, fellas, we did better last week than
I didn't.
the previous. Well, yeah, Joey, you didn't do so great. So,
What?
Joey,
Half a point, Chris. It's a
yeah,
half a
you went
point.
1 and 2. That's consistency. That's the
It's a
same
half
as
a point.
week. Juice Boy McCoy went 2 and 1. I went 2 and 1. So I'm still in last place for the season, 8 and 12. Joey's just behind me at 9 and 11 and 1.
Oh.
I'm 8, 12 and 1. Joey's 9, 11 and 1. And Juice Boy McCoy, the only person who's not in a legal gambling state. 12, 8 and 1, really, really hammering it home.
Joey gets to suck a bag of dicks today.
He sure does.
Let's see what a bag of dicks looks like. Just a bag of dicks. You know, I want to like everybody says suck a bag of dicks. I like what present.
Everybody says that to you?
Present.
Present. Let's see this bag of dicks.
Bag o' dicks.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's. I get the first pick. I'm gonna go the under on the Giants Raiders game, 37.5. I don't even care if Daniel Jones is playing because they don't score touchdowns. The Raiders bench Jimmy G. I don't even know if that mattered. So they're playing some tubby guy who's a rookie. They have a new interim coach who's the linebackers coach. There ain't going to be a lot of
Antonio
points in that game.
Pierce. You remember?
Oh, that's right, from the
Pierce?
Giants. From the
He's
Giants.
a badass.
Yes, they are not going to
Like,
score a lot.
I wanted to take that pick, you asshole. But good pick.
Take that bag of dicks and suck it. So that means
Present.
that means Chris is up next.
It do. So my 2 and 1 came on the back of me doing the anti-Chris again. So I'm going to stick with that.
Antichrist? What the hell did you just say?
The anti-Chris. I'm going with the opposite of what I think is going to happen.
I
The
was
old
just like-
Costanza
The
method.
old Costanza. Yep.
Yeah, the Costanza method. So my first pick, I had CSU at Wyoming under 41.
No.
I'm going over there.
No. No, you're not.
Joey's going to burst a blood vessel.
Joey is clearing his bowels.
Well, the Irish flu shot has been working, if you cannot tell, and now I'm just angry.
Oh, that is typically what happens to Irish people after drinking too many Irish flu shots.
That's right.
Joey, you're bringing up the rear end. You're the third turd in this segment.
Yeah.
Damn you, son of a guns. All right. I'm taking Washington -3 over USC. I think that should be something that's just in the bag. Like, why is that? Why is it only 3 points? I've still got to think of what's going to be my big one for this week, but I'm taking this one right now for my safe pick. Washington -3 versus USC.
Joey, there's another under you should have taken, and I'm going to take it.
I'm still waiting.
I'm taking the Vikings Falcons under 37.5. Because I'm assuming Dobbs is not playing this week, so God knows the guy playing quarterback for the Vikings. Ritter got benched for Tyler Heineke. I just don't see a lot of points. I don't see a lot of points being scored in that game. I might drive to Kansas just to place those two bets. Damn.
All right, so McCoy, I actually I'm doing the Costanza. So I had your Chiefs beating the Dolphins and covering that 1.5 point spread. So that means I've got Dolphins plus 1.5.
I don't feel good about that game. So, I mean, I don't, yeah.
You did not. So now I got to rush pick another NFL. Oh, Lordy. Okay. Here we go.
Oh,
rush pick.
Lordy. Oh, here we go, boys. All right.
Oh, here we go. Rush pick. All right.
He's taken by the dew now.
It's taken in by the dew. I've been sick for the past 4 days, and I had a couple shots of. All right, here's what I'm gonna do.
What are you
Do
gonna do?
it. We'll do it then.
I'm taking my boys. I'm taking Joe Burrow. I'm taking the Cincinnati Bengals to beat the Bills. Straight up money line, baby. Let's go.
Ooh.
Yeah, the line's -2. That's stupid. So
I'll
let's
take
just go.
the 2.
All right,
I mean,
-2.
No,
then.
no, no.
-2.
You're already on the list.
Well, whatever.
For my college pick, I'm gonna take Notre Dame. I believe -3 over Clemson.
You know, I'm gonna let down rhymes with Ike. I had Wisconsin -9.5 at Indiana. So that changes to Indiana plus 9.5.
Rhymes with Ike.
Sorry, rhymes with Ike. I'll see you in mid-November.
This is the most hilariously low total score I've ever seen.
Don't do it to us.
I'm doing the under. I'm doing the under, baby. Iowa Northwestern 30.5. I think this might be an Iowa like 13-3
Oh,
victory.
jeez, just disgusting.
Yeah. I'm taking Iowa under 30.5.
Congratulations. Well, that's our picks. But before we end the show like normal, we have a new segment that these 3 morons have been putting their brains together trying to figure out how we can entertain you people a little more. We came up with, we've been hinting at it all night, the Wheel of Degeneracy.
Oh, God.
Chris, take it away.
Let's talk about
Quickly
this. All right.
explain it for
Oh,
us.
God.
Yeah. After our truly abysmal one of 9 showing last week, we decided that we needed to also go up against random chance to just showcase what garbage bettors we actually are. And so the way that this is going to work, each Juice Boy is going to offer up 1 NFL game, 1 college game. We're going to spin a wheel, and that's going to take those 6 games and select 3 of them at random. Then we're going to spin a wheel that has the options of home spread, away spread, over, under, and Joey takes a shot.
Oh, Jesus.
It's going to decide.
Oh, I didn't know that was part of the game.
Yeah, no, sorry. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So fingers crossed
hell?
for a lot
Over,
of.
under, and I take a shot. Okay, well, let's,
Yeah.
I got a 1
so
in
we'll-
6
so we'll-
chance.
Yeah, 1 in 5.
20%. Look at that math.
There we go.
Get you going. All right, Joey. Since you're running the risk of taking the shot, why don't you?
Cue the game show music.
Yeah,
Cody.
hit the game show music.
Chris, or Joe,
Joey,
what do you
just
got?
give us 2 random. Yeah, 1 college, 1 NFL game.
All right, college pick of Ohio State at Rutgers.
Okay.
NFL pick. It's technically Miami at Kansas City, but that's played in Germany.
Joymany. I've heard good things about Joymany. Boy.
NFL game going to be, where'd it go? Eagles, Cowboys. It is at Philadelphia. College game, I'm going to go Army, Air Force. I believe it's at Air Force.
Oh, obviously. For college, we're going Louisiana Lafayette at Arkansas State.
Oh, obviously. Obviously.
That's a hot
the hell?
game.
I didn't even know those things existed.
Let's go Colts at Panthers.
Jeez.
Dog
cares?
shit game. What a
Who
dog
cares
shit
anyway, Bull? All right, so spin number 1. Our first pick is. Let's go. Louisiana Lafayette at Arkansas State.
Oh my God.
All right, spin again.
That's trash.
Ohio State at Rutgers. We got Dolphins at Chiefs.
Oh,
Oh,
Just when I.
okay.
And so I'll do that. Okay, now we're on to blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
All right, so now we're on to deciding whether we're doing an over and under, the home spread, the away spread, or if Joey is going to take a shot. Let's find out.
Oh God.
Let's find out what we're betting on for Louisiana Lafayette at Arkansas State.
No shot, no shot, no shot, no shot, no shot, no shot.
Away spread. So Cody, what's Louisiana Lafayette?
9.5 point.
Minus 9.5.
Yep.
And now for Ohio State Rutgers. What do we got? What do we got? Let's do a shot
Hey.
here, Joe.
Hey, that
Do a
was
shot
that.
here,
That one
buddy.
works in our favor.
Away spread again. Okay. What's Ohio State favored by against Rutgers?
19.5.
Ooh.
Boy.
I like it. I like it.
Now Dolphins Chiefs. Will they give Joey his shot? He's so thirsty.
No, I had the flu.
Home spread. But Joey, I want you to know it was a mere pixel away from Joey takes a shot.
Chiefs -1.5.
Oh, my guys.
All right, so
My
those
guys,
are the
we're
picks.
gonna go
Wheel of
3-0 here.
Degeneracy. So
We're gonna
Wheel
go
of
3-0.
Degeneracy, I just gave a 10, 10, and 1, so it's 50% win rate to just bring it up to speed so we can actually compare and contrast for the rest of the season.
I think
You
you
know.
made a better parlay than I can come up with, so thank you.
You know what I can't come
Beautiful.
up with?
The end of this show.
A
This is not
better,
gonna
a
happen.
worse way to end the show.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Gotta end on the wheel.
That'll be a fun segment. But that'll do. Episode 15 in the books. Happy Friday. Guest squeezer, maybe showing our faces to the people. Who knows? We got a lot of
Nobody
things
wants.
stewing.
I'm not ready. The people aren't
The people
ready.
are not ready for
The
this.
people aren't ready.
That'll do it for us. Love, love, love. See you next
Bye.
week.
Love, loves.
Bye.
Suck back a dick.